There are a whole load of weapons in Fortnite Battle Royale, and depending on which one you get, the weapon could be a pretty easy win or a pretty easy lose. But that element of random chance with the cool and interesting weapons that are in the game is probably one of the things that makes so many people enjoy it. What you might not have known is that a lot of the weapons in Fortnite were actually based off of weapons in the real world. And in this video, we're going to be giving you a countdown of the top 10 Fortnite weapons based off of guns in real life. I've heard that liking ArcadeCloud videos might give you better loot luck in Battle Royale. So don't forget to give this video a like for a golden assault rifle in your next chest. Maybe.
Number 10. Common Smg. Vaulted. Tech 9.
The Common Smg was the very first weapon to be put in the Fortnite Battle Royale vault. It was basically useless when compared with guns like the assault rifle or pumped shotgun, but it was based off of a very real gun. The Tech 9 is a blowback-operated semi-automatic pistol that was developed by a company called Intratec. The weapon was introduced in 1985 and was highly praised because of how easy it was to modify and repair. The gun was a huge commercial success, selling 250,000 copies before Intratec dissolved in 2001. Unfortunately, this gun has a pretty dark past and was involved in a whole load of criminal activity. On that basis, it was banned from the state of California in 1989. Then, after the criminal use of the weapon grew throughout the rest of the country, the United States of America issued an outright ban of the weapon in all states. This had a pretty substantial effect on Intratec's business, and even though it was ruled that Intratec weren't liable for the criminal activity their weapon was being used for, the company fell apart and production of the weapon stopped.
Number 9. Suppressed Pistol. FN-TAC 45.
The suppressed pistol isn't exactly a good weapon in Fortnite Battle Royale. It has a low damage output and the suppressor is pretty much useless at close ranges because you can still hear the bullets and figure out where they come from. The suppressed pistol is based off of a weapon called the FN-TAC 45, a gun that was actually developed to be entered into the Joint Combat Pistol Competition from late 2005 to early 2006. This competition was started by the US military as a way to find a new sidearm to replace the standard M9 pistol. According to the official FN America website, this is a gun that was born and bred for battle, designed to survive the battlefield and come out of the other side victorious. It has a 15-round magazine designed specifically to take the impact of diving to prone, and is designed for reduced recoil and better control. The weapon is only available for sale in the States. Well, and in chests randomly placed around Fortnite Battle Royale.
Number 8. Suppressed SMG. Mp5 Sd.
Just like the suppressed pistol, the suppressed SMG really isn't a very good gun. With its wide bloom spread, your bullets just go all over the place at any range, and if you use it too close, people are going to know exactly where you're shooting from, because you can still hear the suppressed shots coming out of the gun. The Mp5 Sd has none of those problems in the real world. This weapon, designed by Heckler & Koch, was designed specifically for the special requirements of Special Forces units. They basically took the standard Mp5 and then created an integrated silencer. Even though the gun has a silencer sticking out of the end, it is supposedly the same length and shape as an unsilenced SMG. Not only that, the Mp5 Sd has the unique perk of being able to shoot the same ammunition as normal, not needing special subsonic ammunition for the silencing effects. It is also quoted as being one of the most accurate silenced submachine guns of its kind, which kinda makes me wonder why the suppressed SMG is so inaccurate in Fortnite.
Number 7. Grenade Launcher. Milkor MGL.
You might not be happy if you come across the grenade launcher in a game of Fortnite Battle Royale. I mean, it is one of those weapons that just doesn't perform as well as it probably should. But this gun is pretty useful in the real-world battlefield. The grenade launcher in Fortnite Battle Royale is based off of the Milkor MGL in the real world. This weapon is a lightweight revolver grenade launcher that is capable of holding 6 grenades at once. Since its gradual introduction in the early 80s, the MGL has been used by the armed forces and law enforcement organizations of more than 50 countries in total, with over 50,000 of them being shipped out. The Milkor MGL has mainly seen combat in only 3 wars: the Colombian conflict, the Syrian civil war, and the 2013 Lahad Datu standoff. It was basically designed to increase a small squad's firepower, especially when compared to the traditional single-shot grenade launchers like the M203. Simple, rugged, and reliable, this weapon can hold standard grenades, anti-riot batons, gas grenades and pyrotechnics, and is capable of firing them off as fast as the trigger can be pulled.
Number 6. Hand Cannon. Desert Eagle.
Unlike most of the weapons in this video so far, the hand cannon is actually pretty good. It's capable of taking people down in a single shot if you're good enough. Although the recoil and slow fire rate do put a damper on its killing potential, the hand cannon in Fortnite is based off of the Desert Eagle handgun, a legendary semi-automatic pistol that is well known for packing a serious punch. The Desert Eagle rose to the state of legend because it is capable of chambering the largest centerfire cartridge of any magazine-fed self-loading pistol in history, those being the 50 Action Express rounds. Since its initial production, the Desert Eagle has been seen in around 500 motion pictures and films, and many experts in the field of weaponry say that this is one of the primary reasons that the weapon is so successful. If there was ever a gun that deserved to be dubbed a hand cannon, then it's almost definitely the legendary Desert Eagle.
Number 5. Pump Action Shotgun, Remington 870.
The pump-action shotgun is pretty much legend when it comes to Fortnite Battle Royale. If you somehow don't have one of these in your inventory at the end of the game, or if you come across someone with one of these at the beginning of the game, then things are basically over because this weapon is just insane. In Fortnite, it's just called the pump-action shotgun, but in the real world, this weapon is known as the Remington 870, more specifically the Express variant. There are in fact hundreds of variations of the Remington 870, and after looking at most of them, the Express with its hardwood finish looks the most accurate to what we see in the game. Capable of firing off 12 or 20 gauge shot shells, this heavy-duty shotgun is probably just as strong as it is in the game. And I wouldn't rate anyone's chances of survival very high if they came across someone with one of these for some reason. The 870 is the most modern, most reliable, and most rugged version of the Remington pump-action shotgun to date. Though I'm going to say that you probably can't double pump with it in the real world.
Number 4. Rocket Launcher, RPG-7.
You might look at the rocket launcher in Fortnite Battle Royale and think it's just some random rocket launcher, and that it doesn't have any real-world inspiration. Well, if that's what you're thinking, you're pretty wrong. The RPG-7 is a Russian-made, reusable, unguided, shoulder-launched, anti-tank, rocket-propelled grenade launcher. The weapon was originally designed by the Soviet Union, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because the weapon is still being manufactured to this day. The RPG-7 has been used in over 40 countries around the world, and is being manufactured in multiple variants by 9 different countries. It is most popular with guerrilla forces due to its ruggedness, simplicity, low cost, and effectiveness. The only thing you can't do with an RPG-7 is rocket ride. I mean, you can't do that with any rocket launcher. Please don't try to do that with any rocket launcher. They explode.
Number 3. Bolt Action Sniper, AWM.
The bolt-action sniper in Fortnite Battle Royale is capable of doing some major headshot damage, and will take out pretty much anyone in a single shot if you manage to get them in the head. The sniper rifle that Fortnite uses is probably one of the most used weapons of all time when it comes to sniping in video games. It's the Accuracy International AWM. This weapon is a bolt-action sniper rifle which is manufactured by Accuracy International, and is designed specifically for Magnum rifle cartridges. The AWM was actually used to achieve the second longest confirmed sniper kill. It was in November 2009 when a British Army sniper named Craig Harrison killed 2 Taliban machine gunners consecutively in Afghanistan at a range of 2,475 meters. To put that into perspective, the longest shot in Fortnite is somewhere around 397 meters. So the real-world version of the sniper is clearly pretty powerful.
Number 2. Legendary Epic Burst Rifle, FAMAS.
The legendary and epic burst rifle is one of the newest weapons to be added into Fortnite Battle Royale. It basically does everything the standard burst rifle does, only it does those things better and looks better while doing it. Speaking of the way this weapon looks, this gun seriously triggers my nostalgia goggles, because it is very clearly modeled after a FAMAS like the one in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This bullpup rifle is designed and manufactured by the French-based MAS, a weapons manufacturer which has now been made part of the Nexter Group, which is owned by the French government. As of the late 70s to early 80s, the FAMAS took over as the primary service rifle of the French military, and is well known for having an incredibly high fire rate. The original FAMAS F1 had over 400,000 copies made, but were often susceptible to failure due to poorly made plastic parts. In the 90s, the FAMAS G2 came along, but the French army ultimately preferred the first iteration of the weapon, and the G2 has largely gone unused.
Number 1. Legendary Rifle, Scar H.
When you jump into a game of Fortnite Battle Royale, there is usually one weapon you want to see pop out of a chest more than any other, and that's the shining gold of a legendary DN Scar. Technically, this gun is just called the assault rifle in Fortnite, but everyone knows exactly what this gun is supposed to be. The FN SCAR, or Fabrique Nationale Special Operations Forces Combat Rifle, is a series of gas-operated self-loading rifles that have been specifically constructed to be extremely modular and changeable, up to and including barrel changes to be able to switch between different calibers. The only real difference between the SCAR L, which takes smaller calibers of bullets, and the SCAR H, which takes much bigger calibers, is the length of the actual barrel of the gun. After looking at the SCAR H, the SCAR L, and the SCAR that is in Fortnite Battle Royale, it's pretty safe to say that the SCAR used in that game is the SCAR H variant due to its much longer barrel. I mean, that makes sense. The gun absolutely destroys people, so it has to be packing some sort of heavy rounds in the magazine, right? And there you have it, our list of the top 10 Fortnite weapons in real life.
Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from ArcadeCloud on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Take care and game on!